Hello, I haven't posted a YouTube in I don't even know years, but I've got this project that I think is so cool. I'm going to try to pay attention to the project and not the camera because I'll tell you all the mistakes. I'm going to go backwards. All the mistakes I made on this. As I'm going, I've just poured a layer of art resin on the top of this dresser. And I'll tell you what I did with the dresser. It was an old dresser I was going to give away or throw away. It was in bad shape. So I took my daughter did a lot of painting when she was a toddler or elementary school student, middle school. And so I had stacks of these paintings and I bear to throw away artwork. And so I'm going to see if there's any more bubbles. I'm running this torch lightly over the resin. It says bubbles could rise in between 2 and 3 minutes. It looks like there might be a little, I'm looking at, ooh, I'm going to start a fire there. I see a little gap right here, so I'm going to excuse me, I have believe it or not, I have a tripod, but my phone was running out of batteries, everything. I have no gloves in my studio because of the virus. So over here I saw where it looked like it wasn't covered. So I just covered that with a little postcard. These are from years ago when we print out photographs. Okay, so now I'll be running this torch over, and then I will tell you what I did because it was ridiculous. Okay, obviously this is the Mona Lisa, and she is at the beach, and the flowers are out. She's got a picnic blanket, I think, and the stars are coming, and I'll show you the rest. I better turn this off so I don't start a fire. I do not like glue. I don't mind fire. I hate glue, and I've got resin all over my fingers. I love paint. This comes close to being paint-like, but anyway. So I took this little dresser, and I cut the canvas, and I glued it on with that white glue, that archival, I think it's called PVA or something. So I glued it on there, and then I took acrylic paint, and I filled in to give it a continuity. So these are her paintings going all the way around the dresser, and I even took it back because I had so many paintings. There's a lighthouse, and so what I did was collage it. I cut out, like this is cut out, and then I laid the pieces in with that glue. And these are the drawers. They were a little tricky because I had to cut the canvas and kind of realign it so that this figure didn't look distorted. I'm going to come around to the other side, because I don't want to move the dresser because we need to keep it level. Somebody just started mowing the lawn, so I closed the door real quick so we didn't get any dust. So now this has to cure. I can't remember how long, for a long time. So the Mona Lisa, I put her on there and then cut out some other stuff and then just kind of painted around it to create this little dresser. She's grown up now, but she really loves this dresser, so I was happy that she liked it and recognized that it was her paintings. So the day started with me taking this art resin, which I've never used before, but I've only resined once, and it was so scary because it was some of this toxic kind of stuff. And this stuff is, I don't know if it's completely safe. I'm looking at the label. I used to be an art teacher, so I'd look for those labels to make sure. Anyway, but it's safer than the fumey stuff that I had before. So their website is awesome. I found out I knew to take the edges from when I had done resin before, but they said to take with metal tape, which we are happy to have in our very messy garage that I'm trying to clean out over the years. Anyway, which hence the collaged piece of furniture. So it said that in order to I measured the sides. I never do things measuring. But anyway, look, this is dripping a little bit where I messed with it too much. See, it's dripping down there on the floor. Okay, so it said for the size that I needed 8 ounces total. So that meant 4 ounces of each, the hardener and the resin, okay? So I thought, oh, I'm just going to be so clever with the YouTube. I'm going to be so prepared. And this doctor friend of mine told me that a good way to measure if you're trying to dissolve a capsule that's dissolvable is to just go, this is 1 ounce right here. I need 4 ounces, so I poured 4 ounces into this cup, this disposable cup, and then I put a Sharpie mark, and I did a second cup, because all this is going to get thrown away. I don't know why, I was going to mix it into this water bottle, but if you don't have disposable cups, don't get any, just use an old water bottle, and you could draw a line where 4 ounces is. And you can have 2 water bottles. Okay, so I poured 4 ounces of the hardener in here, and I hope you can put me on speed talk because I'm talking too much. 4 ounces of the resin in here, and then I poured back and forth, and I couldn't access my phone because my hands were messy. I had gloves on, and then I put another glove on, and then I kind of used my other hand to put the glove on, so then they were all messy again. Anyway, so it's a little ridiculous. And I think pouring it back and forth, it would be better probably to pour it into the container and then maybe back and forth with whatever's left over. I'm not sure. I was trying to make sure it got a really good mix, but when you pour it back and forth, I think you might get more bubbles. Then it says to stir it for 3 minutes. And so I had a chopstick, but it had ink on it, and I was afraid that the ink would put glue into the resin, and I didn't want that effect for this. So I used these, just the end of a Q-tip. This one happens to be, if you do alcohol inks, I've got this, it's a gun cleaner one, so it doesn't have lint, because lint is a problem if you do alcohol inks, but I never really liked the effect of this Q-tip. So anyway, I stirred it up, and of course I didn't have a timer, so I did 1 and 2 and 3 until we were at 90 Mississippi or however many, wait, more than that. 3 minutes of Mississippi's and hippopotami. And then I took it over here, poured it in the middle, is what they said, so I did that. And then I had taped the edges with metal tape, which was awesome, and I had done that. And let's see. Oh, and then I took the postcard and I kind of made sure it went out to all the edges. And then you just get down really close, and see if you see any bubbles. And I don't see any bubbles. And so we'll see. I hope it hardens properly. I've had troubles with that before, but their website's so awesome. My daughter said to test it out on something first, but that is just not how I roll, unfortunately. So if this works, maybe I'll do the other sides. That'd be awesome. And so I'll show you my big boo-boo. Because I had everything set up to show you guys, I had water in a water bottle to show how I had measured 4 ounces with that little 1 ounce thing. And then when I went to do the mixing, of course I poured the hardener into the water, or the resin, one of the two. I couldn't figure out which one it was. So then I thought, so we'll just see what happens with this. I'm going to play with it. It's making cells. It's water with inks, liquid alcohols, and all kinds of acrylic inks. And I might drop some hardener in there. I just don't know what's going to happen. It's pretty. So that's that. Back over here, I guess I'll end on a pretty zooming in. Ah! So hopefully when I take the tape off, it'll be gorgeous. Ciao!